All right, the UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov getting back on the proven ground here tonight. And a new look corner, is that Hasbulla there?
Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves him. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. You will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record.
And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov, ready to battle and take home that elusive UFC gold. Well, with respect to Paul Berju, Craig, and Andre Muniz, two of the recent victims for Brendan Allen, this is the biggest submission threat right now in the UFC's middleweight division. Top contender, Brendan Allen. He has won 6 consecutive fights. He has been rewarded with UFC main events. He has won those fights. And a lot of people believe the top guys don't necessarily want to fight Brendan Allen because of the danger factor on the ground. Trains out of Killcliff FC, forging himself, building himself up, training alongside high-level strikers every day. Seems right now, as we look at Brendan Allen, 28 years of age, it's an eventuality that one day he will fight for the world title. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. All right, here we go, round 1, and you are looking live at a man who just might be the best middleweight on planet Earth at present. Perhaps that sounds hyperbolic, but go check out the body of work of Brendan Allen. Interesting to see how he approaches this particular matchup. Nobody wants to be on the ground with this man. His clinch is outstanding, one of the best back takers in this or any division. A lot of fight fans believe Brendan Allen's submission game will be heard from here tonight. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
Good shots, keep it up.
Big elbow there, Lance.
Beautiful hands on display. Another punch lands.
Big shots being landed on both sides here. Getting the limb to the target there. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Fast pace here in the early going. What a wild start to this fight, unless of course you like defense.
What a great fight so far. These guys are laying it all out on the line. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
That guillotine is tight. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed. Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov. Under 3 minutes here to go in the round. Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Brendan Allen getting work from the top here. He's got to do a better job to cover up. And very effective with the ground and pound.
He's got to be careful here.
Oh, he postures up in a big head strike by Nurmagomedov. Constantly a moving target. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Oh, postures up and delivers a big ground and pound strike to the head. Nicely done there by Nurmagomedov. All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the
This
feet.
is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling. That's exactly what they got in that exchange. Keep past the half guard. Oh, right into mount.
Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by Brendan Allen.
Oh. He's got to be careful here.
Thought about a choke, instead flattens him out, and now he's got a lot of options offensively.
Yeah, he's got all the options available to him. Now he just has to get all that hip pressure into his opponent's back and just start raining down ground and pound.
And if you're the bottom fighter, better start intelligently defending yourself. All right, so for one fighter, the round mercifully comes to an end as we look back at some of the action. What a display of ground and pound.
It's his calling card. It's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a brutal ground and pound fighter, and he showed you just then why he's known as that in the MMA sphere. He's the guy that if he gets you down, he will dominate you with positioning and brutal, nasty ground and pound.
All right, let's get to round two. All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost art in modern-day mixed martial arts. Certainly not for this young man.
No, and he does it in the old school way, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you push a guy to the side of the octagon, they use it as a barrier to get up.
Right.
Not with this guy. He stuffs your head in the corner, he gains his posture, and he just starts dropping hammers until eventually you're going to turn to your knees. He'll take you neck to choke you, or he'll just put you back down. It's crazy to watch him dictate his opponent's actions with his power from this position. Not many guys can generate that type of power. You got to go back to guys like Mark Munoz. They used to call him the Filipino smashing machine because he was so good with his ground and pound, and this guy shows that same exact type of approach. Yep, got to be very careful there.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. Oh, looking for the submission now.
He's got it isolated.
Oh, he's got a strong grip on that arm.
He starts to extend the elbow.
All right, so now going to position over submission as he bails on the sub. Nurmagomedov's right back to the full mount here. Lands with the ground and pound here. Nice positional control here. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Nurmagomedov. Right into side control. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, a huge response from the crowd, no surprise.
I love all the grappling that was on display there, but fight fans want to see striking, and that's exactly what they're going to get. Guillotine jump. The guillotine looks like it's locked in. Right now, he's got to be patient and squeeze.
Submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Great submission defense on display tonight.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really put some damage on them.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he gets cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. You cannot sit in this position. The referee will have no choice but to stop the fight. He goes back to the well and lands another strike from the top. And now you can see the swelling.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting, because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side underhook. This is a great position for a top fighter.
Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now, and they're popping for it. They're excited.
All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control risk. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
Round 3 of a possible 5.
Oh, nice kick.
Oh, flying knee to the head.
Beautiful job landing that head kick.
Pretty strong jab there by Allen. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
He gets to the single collar time. Look for him to keep that elbow tight and throw punches with his free hand.
That kick blocked by Brendan Allen.
Oh, back and forth we go.
Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Allen's eye is starting to swell shut. Nurmagomedov gets the single leg takedown. Well played.
Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Oh, he's mixing it up well. There's a ground and pound elbow to the body. Good work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing stroke.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
Moving his head pretty well defensively on the ground here. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Allen gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
Getting them out here. This is where he wants to be.
Well, he lands another strike there, DC, and no surprise, the swelling only gets worse.
It's getting worse. You know, we talked about this very early, how he needed to change something. He hasn't changed it, and now the swelling is starting to get bad.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just... And there it is! Khabib Nurmagomedov! Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
We go back inside the octagon for the official decision. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 9 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle